This is just a real quick video to show you how to fix one of these folding chairs if it's broken at one of the joints. If your chair is like this one, it has a plastic joint right here, which is prone to failure when you have kids, period, playing on it, you know, being as kids are. And what happened with this one is, you can see it has this little metal kind of nail almost, and basically the head got broken off of it. And so it's supposed to go into this hole right there, but it doesn't stay in anymore, and so the whole entire arm here doesn't connect where it should be. So I'm going to show you how to fix that for about $1 or so, let's just say. The first thing you're going to need to do is just take this old, what's just called a nail out, and that's probably the hardest part of the job. I'm speaking on this whole thing kind of confidently because I've actually already done this exact same job on our other chair as well, so I know this is going to work. I'm going to try to see if we can just pull it out with some needle nose pliers here. There we go, that actually worked. The other one was actually, the other chair, when I repaired it, was a little harder to get it out, but this one's a little easier. You could use a Dremel cutting wheel to cut it out as well. There's probably multiple ways. There it goes. Okay, you got the whole little, I don't know what you call it. It's almost like a rivet, almost like a pop rivet. But yes, we got it out, so that's the old broken part. The first thing I did is I checked the size. So it's about a 4mm rod. Luckily, I actually have some hardware. I bought some hardware on Amazon and just kind of store it for purposes like this. And this is my M4 drawer. And you can see it'll measure a little under 3.89, but that's going to do just fine. And even though this is quite a bit shorter, I found this longer one was the best one to use. And I imagine you can get these individually at your hardware store too, or you can buy a kit like I did online. So it's about a 30mm length threaded section. And with that kit that I bought, it also came with lock nuts. And a lock nut will be perfect for this application because once you bolt it on, it won't back itself out. So now back here at the broken area, what we're going to do is just try to line up. It's a little bit difficult with all this fabric, but we're going to try to line the holes up like that, because that's how we're going to want to have it. And before we start, let's find a wrench that's going to fit this, because that's going to need to be held on the back side. This little 7mm combo wrench is probably the correct size. Now, you may not have a tiny 7mm Craftsman combination wrench like me, but you could probably get away with some needle nose pliers. You just need to hold it steady while you tighten this part. Now, this one on mine is a cap head hex bolt, so I need to find the correct hex key or Allen key to fit it. Let's try 3. Pretty sure that'll be it. Yes, okay. So now that we have our tools ready, let's go ahead and throw the bolt through. So like I said, you line up the holes. Line up the holes the best you can. Drop your bolt through. Mine went through easy, but if it doesn't go through easy, you may need to wiggle it and push at the same time, just kind of work it in. You may even need to, while you're pushing, turn your hex key to kind of thread it a little bit, but mine went right in. If you can see, that you can actually see the bolt going through there, so it's exactly where we want it to be. I guess I didn't need quite this long of a bolt, but I think the next one shorter was a little too short. Now, I'm going to take my locking threaded nut, and this is one of the more tricky-ish parts. All right, and so you can see this nut is on my finger, and I'm just kind of going to guide it. I'm going to guide it right, and this is hard, and you can kind of use your eyes a little bit. Whoops, there, it just fell. Might take you a few tries. You got to have it the right way, and I'm going to guide it. I'm going to guide it right onto the end of that bolt, and I'm pressing it with my finger, and now I'm turning the bolt like that. Once you get it started, you're set. You're home free. Now that it's started, I'll sneak my wrench in there, which I already know fits. You don't want to have to figure that out once it's in there. Like I said, this part's a little bit delicate. Get that wrench on there, the open-ended probably. And then take your hex key, put that on, and then you can just start turning. Now you don't want to go crazy tight with it, but what I call just good and snug, because it could crush that tube or it could crack the plastic. So just like that. That should be fine. Because it's a locking nut, it shouldn't back itself out. And that's what it looks like when it's finished, so let's test the chair out. Okay. All right, it's not crashing through like it was before. Before yeah, I can see that's the one we repaired, and before the pole here was just going straight up. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's working good now. It's plenty strong. Now you don't want to be too hard on these. They are just fabric, and I can see this one's already starting to rip a little bit at the seams. So anytime I think you use these, you want to be a little bit gentle with them. I have to tell the kids to be gentle with it in the future, not because my repair isn't strong, but just generally these things aren't super tough. So anyway, that's a real quick video on how you can repair these for probably less than $1 just for that bolt, and about 5 or 10 minutes of your time. So